Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to a very special episode of Watching Chickies. I was just coming in here today to start cleaning up for the day, and I looked around and I spotted a very special little present from Braveheart here. We have a little pink egg. And there we go. Braveheart has little pink eggs. Oh, it's so exciting. Braveheart, you made this, girl. Oh dear. So that is a fresh egg from our Braveheart there. Oh, lovely, Miss Braveheart, lovely. I think that is well deserving of a treat for you today. In fact, I'm going to put the egg back down here for just a second. It's not going to be a fertilized egg because Braveheart is, our little Stormy hasn't managed to successfully mate, but it is lovely to see Braveheart having just laid her first egg. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Braveheart. Such a good girl. Now, I brought a treat for them today. So I'll put the egg right up here for now. It's a little pink egg, which is quite lovely. There's a little mark on it, but you know, that's what happens with fresh eggs. And it's kind of small at the moment, but Braveheart isn't a full-grown chicken yet. Oh, and you're like about a month ahead of schedule there, Braveheart. That was an early egg for you. Yeah, oh dear. Well, I had a special treat planned for them today, so now is a good time as any to try that. It is some sweet potatoes for the chickens. They've never had sweet potatoes before. And since you just laid an egg there, Braveheart, why don't we give you a chance to try it first? Now, I know it's something different there, but I know you just laid an egg, so you must be quite hungry. That probably took a lot of energy out of you. You had some lovely bits of some crushed egg yesterday to help you with your new calcium needs. Here, let's add some of the sweet potatoes right here in the middle of your feeder so you guys know that this is food. This is a lovely food that's quite healthy for you. Now we just mash these up for the chickies to make it a bit easier for them to eat. We checked in with Braveheart a couple of hours ago, and she hadn't laid the egg then. I found the egg right here in the corner. She made a little nest here, despite the fact that she had plenty of nesting places over here. And yeah, so it must have been within the last hour or so that she laid this egg. It's actually still a little bit warm to the touch. Oh, and thank you, Grumpy Old Dan, for the party train. Oh, and Braveheart, I'm so proud of you. She's looking at her egg. Thank you, Braveheart. That is so great. 404 Ninja Not Found, thank you for the party train. I know, you laid an egg there, Miss Braveheart. You laid an egg. Let's put this back up here. Now, she wasn't laying on top of the egg when I first came in. She was right up here. So I think she knows on some level that the egg is not fertilized. Well, it's a pretty small egg. So I don't know. We were debating whether or not to try to preserve the first egg by just kind of using a little bit of like a needle to empty the contents and then preserve it. Or just maybe make a very special tiny little egg dish with it. Since our little Stormy hasn't managed to successfully mate with Braveheart, it is not a fertilized egg. So, yeah, the only thing that it's really good for at the moment is probably eating. Oh, and the egg actually isn't cracked. Right here, it is actually, like I could just move my finger smoothly. It's actually a little just mark, like so for fresh laid eggs, you can get a variety of just like different substances on the egg. Most eggs that you find in the United States are washed before they are brought to the cartons and everything. So this is just some of the natural protective layer Braveheart has. It looks like she might have strained a bit when she was pushing the egg out, but otherwise she seems to be pretty much okay. They are all just kind of eating here in the middle. Miss Kagome is giving the sweet potatoes a chance over there. Oh, and mid-century Amy. Well done, Braveheart, from a Scot living in London. And Bolden Brash 191, thank you for the rocket-like. And Polarity, here is Braveheart's first ever egg. And we have discovered that Braveheart lays pink eggs. So there you go, a slightly pink egg. And now we are giving the chickens some sweet potatoes here. Miss Kagome has tried some of the sweet potatoes out, which is lovely. And it is just so nice to know that Braveheart managed to get through her first lay right here. I was worried about her, but now that she's managed to get through it, it's just great. She is about a month ahead of schedule right now. And I think Miss Kagome is going to take quite a while to catch up to her. I've done some further research, and I found on a Japanese research paper about onagadoris that the females can take up to about 190 days to lay their first egg. And so today is Braveheart's first ever egg day. The first egg from our little flock. So it could be possible that 404, that Braveheart might start to be more amenable to Stormy's advances from now. This is kind of the first real sign that she has developed into more of an adult chicken. It's a bit of a smaller egg right now, but they'll probably grow bigger as time goes on. Such a good day there, Braveheart. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, I know, Kagome. It must have been quite the experience, just watching her go through that. I bet Kagome was watching and going, oh my word, am I gonna have to go through that? So, hopefully, we'll see a few more eggs from Braveheart in the future. And it is just a good time for her. There you go, Miss Braveheart. There you go. I'm sorry I missed seeing you do that, but I'm just so proud of you. Oh, yeah, the little chickens do like to make their noises as they go about. And they've had a lot of fun spreading their food along this blanket. Normally, when I first come in, I just shake out all of the blankets. I start to do my sweeping, I do a quick mop. But today when I came in, well, we discovered Braveheart's first egg. So I had to really just turn on the camera and start straight away today. And Stormy is a fluffy little boy. He is a silky rooster and the little overseer of our flock here. Burb Nerb, it can be a little bit uncomfortable for chickens to lay eggs at times. I mean, when they're laying eggs, it's basically the equivalent of them having a period. Some chickens lay an egg every single day. Some breeds can lay 2 eggs a day. Braveheart's breed should lay anywhere from 2 to 3 eggs a week. Though Braveheart is still young, so it might still only be like an egg a week at this point. Oh, and CZ, thank you for the link there. Yeah, they have really just grown into marvelous little chickens from day one. They were all just little tiny fuzzballs before. They were all pretty much the same size, and now they are all just so different from each other. Oh, I'm just so excited about this egg. Hey. Well, Stormy tried to mate there again, and Braveheart was having none of that. For a second, I thought our Braveheart was actually going to sit down to allow him to mate, but no, she has decided no. Stormy was a little bit too rough there. And famous seaweed, 50-50. Actually, the rate at which a chicken lays can be quite dependent upon their breed. There are some breeds that do lay every day, but then there are other breeds like Braveheart's breed, the ayam cemeni, and they lay much less than some other breeds, so it's more like 2 to 3 times a week. And yes, February Monster, that is for industrialized chickens. Now, those chickens have been bred to, those chickens have been bred specifically because they are very good layers. So that's why the farms have them. They basically just found chickens that were very good at laying eggs, that were laying them all the time, and then they just kept breeding that trait out again and again and again. And that has resulted in breeds of chickens that lay every single day, though it can also impact their lifespan as well. Now, some of these other sort of more heritage breeds that you see here tend to have longer lifespans, but they don't lay nearly as many eggs. And polarity, you're right, yeah. I have my first sort of grand egg here. Though, since Stormy didn't fertilize this one, we are not seeing an ayam cemeni silkie hybrid. This is just a ayam cemeni egg. And at the moment, Braveheart doesn't seem too interested in it. I think she kind of knows to a certain degree that it is just an unfertilized egg. So we're not really seeing anything in the way of a mothering attitude from her. She's merely just kind of playing with the blanket now. And yes, that spot on my computer does look a little bit precarious there. I'm just going to put the egg right here for now. There we go. And hello, Stormy. Oh, well, that's a good hello to me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So the chickens haven't really seemed to try the sweet potato all that much. Oh, but there you go. I just gave Stormy a little piece, and he just ate it right up. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab little pieces of sweet potato, and I will just try to hand feed it to the chickies. Let's see if I could get Braveheart to give it a try. Yeah, Stormy gave it a try. If Stormy's brave enough, I think Braveheart is brave enough. Huh? No? Okay, back to Stormy. You're not sure? You had that first bite. Oh, you didn't like the sweet potato? Oh dear, Miss Kagome. Oh. I'm sorry, Stormy, I just dropped that. There we go. Miss Kagome, do you want some sweet potato? There you go, Braveheart. No? Oh, a little bit more for Stormy. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, congratulations, Polarity, for hitting 2,000 subs on your YouTube channel. That is some excellent news for you. Oh dear, oh dear. Here you go, Braveheart. Just a little bit of sweet potato. You must be hungry after laying that egg. All right, Stormy, I guess all the sweet potatoes really just for you today. He's nibbling at it. Dropping a bit more out of his beak. Oh, and there you go. Braveheart saw him eat that, so maybe, just maybe, she'll give it a chance. Oh, she tried a little bit there. And she tried a bit more. See? Lovely sweet potato. Ooh, is this going to be another favorite for Braveheart now that she's tried it? Yeah, orange food can be yummy. There you go. Yeah. Lovely Braveheart. You had quite the big day today. Your first ever lay. And Polarity, yeah, I'll try to give you a sub as well right after this. Here we go, Stormy. You want a little bit more? No? Not sure? How about Braveheart? Yeah? I think you enjoyed it. You had a whole bunch. You're not hungry anymore. Okay. Oh, are you back again? So Braveheart does very much like yogurt. We gave her yogurt a couple of days ago, so it might be a little bit too soon for that. But considering that she just laid her first egg, she's probably due a little bit more of the pulverized eggshell, and this is going to give her a lot more calcium that she's going to be needing now. Kagome's just kind of watching from above right now. Let me put in this pulverized calcium. Hold on just a second. Let me put the camera down. Oh, Stormy, this is not for you. This is for the girls. There we go. Ah, Braveheart sees that. Oh, Kagome wants to go to it first. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and Mermaid Lee, thank you for the party train. I think that thing is coming dreadfully close to evolving. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and Kagome went right for the powdered eggshell there. I'd rather have Miss Braveheart have some. Maybe give her some? Or Kagome can eat it all. Oh dear. Are you getting ready to lay your own egg there, Kagome? You know, that's supposed to be a nice little supplement for our Braveheart there. And cleaning up after the chickens isn't too hard of a thing. We sweep and we mop about twice a day. And as a result, their playroom here smells more like their chicken feed than anything. And right after we are done filming today, they're going to be going outside. The floor is a little bit more messy now than usual because I was about to do one of my usual sweep ups, but then I discovered Braveheart's egg. Her first ever egg that she laid here in the corner. She put one of her blankets in the corner. She didn't go to one of the little brooding areas that I made there. And I got pretty excited, so I started the stream straight away just to show you guys this lovely little pink egg that Braveheart laid. And yes, chickens can be quite tidy, especially when it comes to their feathers. They are very, very meticulous about that. Oh, and Miss Braveheart wants to say hello to me. Hello, Miss Braveheart. Hello, my lovely. Yeah. Miss Braveheart does like to come here and say hi to Dad. Oh, there you go. There you go. You did very good today, Braveheart. You laid your first egg. You handled it like a little trooper. You even made your own little nest, which I didn't anticipate. Oh, an ultimate side quest. Well, thank you very much there. And Patim70, thank you as well. Braveheart did do a lovely job today with her first ever egg, and I'm sure, just like yesterday, when our Kagome was watching over Braveheart, that she watched over her while she laid. She was a very good, just little midwife chicken. And I'm sure Stormy, well, was just kind of watching from the corner, being a little bit confused. There we go. There we go. So famous seaweed 50/50. I have been checking on Stormy's spur development. He's developed just I think very tiny spurs so far, right underneath all of his feathers. So at the moment, I can't really trim his spurs without there being a considerable bit of blood. We need to let them develop a little bit more before I could give them a trim. At the moment, the girls aren't really interested in letting him mate in the first place. So it's not that much of a danger right now. Once he starts mating with them, I'll have to keep a close eye on all of these feathers on the back of the girls to make sure that he's not really pulling out lots of feathers. That can be a danger. And if he starts to get a little bit rough with them, we can then provide them just these little hen saddles that you can make and put on them. And it would basically be a covering on the hens' backs that allows Stormy to just kind of jump on more easily, and he won't actually injure them or take out any feathers that way. Oh yes, famous seaweed. He is still quite young. He is just 5 months old. I'd still consider him to be a little bit of a teenager, though he's gotten very interested in the prospect of mating these days. I guess Braveheart is another early bloomer for us, since she just laid an egg here at the 5-month mark. For most ayam cemanis, they start laying at the 6-month mark. So yeah, she's grown quite well. Miss Kagome could still be a month and a half more until we see an egg from her. So Braveheart's likely going to have quite a few eggs before Kagome even gets in the mix egg-wise. I imagine Kagome's first egg is going to be even smaller than Braveheart's first egg over there. But I bet it will still be quite lovely. Oh, and there's Stormy discovering the pulverized eggshell, which he is giving a little bite to. You don't really need all of that extra calcium, my little rooster. You're not having to lay any eggs. 404, I think at this point, because Braveheart is still young, this was her first egg. We'll probably be lucky if we see 1 egg from her a week. And then once she gets a little bit older, we'll start to see her lay 2 to 3 eggs a week, which will be sort of the normal amount for an ayam cemeni. So probably I'll put it in my calendar, but by next Tuesday, we should probably see the next egg. So that will be nice. So we are not going to be a huge egg-laying operation here. It's just going to be the occasional little egg that they grant us. And Kagome is not even going to be really contributing until she is about a month and a half older than she is now. But I do love that Braveheart is just nice and calm. She's relaxed. There doesn't seem to be any signs of stress. And if anything, she seems a little bit less broody than before. It must be just quite a relief for her. Probably the instinct really kicked in when she had the egg. And then she's just like, oh, so that's what all of that pressure and weird feelings were about. I just needed to push out an egg. Oh my, oh my. And I bet Kagome was quite startled by the whole affair, but it was lovely that she was there for Braveheart. And Stormy, well, again, he probably just watched from the corner. I'm not sure if he even noticed there was an egg over there. But he is quite fond of the eggshell over there, so luckily, I guess, Stormy didn't attempt to eat the egg, but I don't think he recognizes egg as food. We have fed them a cooked egg, a hard-boiled egg before that was really chopped up finely, and eggs can be actually an excellent source of nutrition for your growing chickens. It provides all the vitamins, fats, nutrients that they need, and as long as you make sure that they aren't like entire raw eggs, they won't associate their own eggs with food, which is good, because otherwise they'll start just to eat the eggs as soon as they lay them. There you go, Miss Braveheart. Your feathers are looking lovely today. It seems you prefer Dad's leg as a perch right now. Lovely, lovely. Mr. Stormy, what you doing over there? What you doing? Just looking around? Having a little bite to eat? Because you guys made such a mess with your feet over here. Well, don't worry, Dad will be ready to sweep that up in a moment. I'll just do that when you guys are hanging out in your outdoor coop today. Have it nice and clean for when you come back in. Definitely some messy chickies today. Oh, there's another little poop, but I'm going to be cleaning up anyway. They do like to just kind of eat the stuff right off the blankets at times. Sometimes they kind of rebel against the very act of the feeder here. Oh, Stormy's looking up at Kagome, wondering what she's doing. You could always go up there and say, hi there, Mr. Stormy. Oh, there you go, Miss Braveheart. Lovely. There you go. Little huggle. Oh, right onto my arm. Okay. And onto the leg. Aha, I can move you, Braveheart. Hello there, Banellis. Lovely to see you here on the broadcast. And you might have heard the good news that Braveheart had her first egg today. It was a lovely moment, just kind of stepping in. I was preparing to do a little bit of cleaning in here. And I found Miss Braveheart had made herself a little nest there in the corner, and she laid her very first egg, a lovely little pink egg. And it's over there, right next to the carton of feathers we've been collecting. I'll go grab it in a second. I don't really want to disturb Braveheart right now while she's doing a little bit of proud preening. She has done so well today. I could only imagine how difficult it is for a chicken to have their very first egg, how unusual it must feel. She was so broody the past couple of weeks, but she seems a lot better today. She wasn't sitting on the egg when I first came in. She was just kind of perched up here, just kind of hanging out. I think she knew that the egg wasn't fertilized because, well, our little Stormy here hasn't managed to successfully mate with any of the girls. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. She's just settling down right here on my lap. Would you like a little pet, Miss Braveheart? Oh, okay. You just want to sit. That's fine. I'll just... There you go. Yeah, talking to me? Oh dear, oh dear. Here, do you want to go eat a little bit more? Let's see if you want any more of the sweet potato. Oh, you did? All right, let me get you some more. There you go. Oh, a little protest from Stormy there. This is Braveheart's very first sweet potato. A nice little occasion for her. There you go. Yeah. It seems Braveheart is a fan of sweet potatoes, especially when I'm just hand feeding it to her. Oh, and Stormy is getting annoyed that he's not getting any sweet potato right now, but you have plenty right there. You don't need Dad just to hand feed it to you. Oh, little complaining Stormy. Okay, Stormy, here. No? Okay, fine. You can't complain then. You can't complain that Dad's giving Braveheart some attention. Fussy little teenage boy. There you go, Braveheart. I know. Takes so much energy just to make one egg. Ultimate side quest. Chickens are very prone to getting calcium deficiencies, which is why you need to kind of up the calcium for them once they start laying eggs. We just gave them some powdered eggshell right there that can really help with giving them some extra calcium. There's some extra calcium actually in these sweet potatoes right here, which is good timing on our part. Braveheart's gonna need it before her next lay. And I think she kind of almost instinctively knows that right now. There you go. Yeah, that's a lot of sweet potato for our Braveheart. Oh, wow, that was a big piece for you. Ready for a bit more, or was that it? I have kind of a feeling that might have been it. She might be done eating. Wiping her beak once more. She doesn't like her beak being messy. Nope, she's done. Okay. Okay. Down, Braveheart. Go on. Down. Down, down, down. Come on. Up, up, up. There you go. Let me give Braveheart a lift. Hold on. Good girl, Braveheart. Good girl. And now, I know Banalis came in a little bit late. Here is Braveheart's first ever egg. It is slightly pinkish in hue, There is a little, this is a natural little mark on it. It's not actually cracked. So these are just some extra little bits that are left on the egg because this is just freshly laid. And it's pretty perfectly formed. It looks like Braveheart might have strained a little bit to push the egg out here, but in the end, she managed to get it out all right. I found it right here in the corner. She turned the spare blanket into a little nest, even though they already have nesting boxes right here. It seems she preferred just to kind of find her own little place. What did you do, Miss Kagome? What did you do? It seems they have misplaced something here. I'll fix that in a sec. The chickens are all just kind of wandering about right now. We are going to be bringing them outside in a bit so I can do my regular cleaning. Well, they don't speak gibberish, they speak chicken with each other. There has actually been studies out there of chicken language. And apparently chickens can have their own little words for things. They have their own special tones which they communicate with. And yeah. Eggs can occasionally get a little bit stuck and it's a little bit harder for them to push out. It's all a process for them. That's why we might be seeing a little bit of red here. But thankfully the egg itself isn't too large. Like if I was to put this next to another sort of like larger like grocery store egg, the grocery store egg would be more like pretty much like double or triple the size of this egg. So this is just, it's still a nice and perfectly formed egg in my opinion. Braveheart's given it a little bit of a look as I put it over here. Stormy is indeed a silky rooster. He hopefully will be bequeathing to us a few little hybrid silky chickens. But so far he hasn't managed to actually successfully mate with any of the girls. Sure, I could put the egg by Braveheart for kind of a size comparison. Here we go. So if you want to see Braveheart there, and you see the egg right here. Hold on, let me put the egg down here. You can see her looking at the egg. She's just kind of regarding it. What is this thing? What is this thing, says Miss Braveheart. It just came out of me. I don't know what it is. So it is just a small little egg. But it is lovely because it is from Braveheart. It is her very first egg. And unfortunately, it is not a fertilized egg. So she won't be getting any babies out of this one. But it is certainly a lovely milestone for her. And Stormy, did you even realize Braveheart laid an egg? Or were you just an oblivious little boy? Yeah? Oh my, Miss Kagome. What did our little Stormy say there that caused that reaction? Oh, Braveheart, you've definitely earned a lovely little time in the yard today. And I'm going to be feeding you lots more sweet potato, if that's what you found that you've really loved. So yeah. Oh man, I am just so proud of you. And the weather outside, it's a little bit colder today, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the chickies' temperature out there, because I don't want them to get too cold. But all in all, I'd say this has been just a great day for the chickies. Oh, the very first egg. Oh, Stormy, you're right. Hold on, I'm gonna go pick up Stormy. He's a bit of a bigger guy these days, so I need to use both hands. There we go. I got our little man, Stormy. Here you go. I don't want to give Braveheart all of the attention today. Our little rooster boy still needs to get a little bit of love. Oh my, so anxious today, so anxious. Oh, you want to jump. He wants to jump. There's that little hump. So the chickens do end up pooping. Right now I need to do a little bit of sweeping. Usually I start the broadcast right after I clean, but I spotted the egg that Braveheart had just laid, her very first egg. So I started streaming straight away. Once we are done with the broadcast in about 7 minutes, I will be putting the chickens outside into their outdoor coop, and I'll start today's mid-cleanup today. And yeah, I'd like to say these days I'm kind of a glasses half full type of guy. For a big part of my life, I was kind of a glasses half empty kind of guy, but I've kind of turned it around at this point. Depression can be a hard thing to battle against, but you know, you keep trying, you keep finding the people and the things that make life worth living, and you can really pull yourself out of some of these deep, dark pits that you put yourself into. The chickens are definitely a lovely little highlight to my day. I really do enjoy doing these streams. Speaking to old friends and new here, enjoying the chickens just being themselves. It's hard to feel sad, mad, or even a little bit bad when watching these chickens just live their best little lives. And it has been a joy to see all of them kind of turn into their own little just adult selves. They have their own personalities, they have their own likes and quirks. We give them little pets, we give them lots of respect, and in return they shower us with affection and show us just little glimpses into their lives. So the chicken with the hair on their feet, Stormy, are